Hello crafty friends! Today's video is where I make a card for the latest video from Craft Roulette, using their 4 parameters from this week. These were a little tricky because they were a Paperganza, so they were especially unique this time. So I had to put on my stretchy pants to figure out these parameters. Let's see how I do it. This week was Paperganza, so the parameters were different than they normally are. I don't know if they're easier or harder. They're kind of geared towards the people that are at Paperganza, so to think way outside the box. Like, there's a term that they use in Craft Roulette, or get your stretchy pants on, because you need to stretch your imagination, stretch the parameters. So that is what I'm doing in this card. So first one is a Z-fold. We'll get to that in a minute. And the second thing was, which are local sports colors. Well, my local team is black and orange. So I picked a Halloween collection. Now, I picked this specific one because the element is Craft Roulette. So to me, team purple or team orange? Well, this particular one this collection has, where is it? A stripe that, I might use the stripe. I'm not 100% sure I'll use the stripe, but I'm definitely using this purple and orange. So there's my Craft Roulette. Random is up to date. So to me, they didn't really explain up to date 100% clear, but that's okay because I got my stretchy pants on, and I am going to say, for me, making a Halloween card now in the summer means that I'm up to date with what cards I have ready to mail out, and I won't be making this right like when Halloween's here and I'm hurrying up to make this card. So to me, that means I'm up to date with my card collection on what I have to be able to mail out. So I know it's stretchy pants, but hey, gotta do what you gotta do. So first step is to make this card a Z-fold. So I have to put a fold in the middle of this, which is 4 1/8, so half of that is 4 1/4. So that half of this then is 2 1/8. All right, so that'll be half. So I'm going to put that in, and then my card will now fold. I can never get this for the life of me straight. There's my Z. Okay. So there's my Z. And then this is going to go, I have to cut it down, but this way. Close it up. That's what I understand. Not a Z-fold, a Zoy-Fold? I think that's how they say it. Alright, so I'm going to get my first element out of here, which is this one. And, maybe I'll use the broomsticks too. Although that's witches. I don't know. I'm going to cut it out using my cutter because I cannot cut a straight line. Here we go. Step 1. Alrighty. I think this is a 3x4, right? I don't know. Yeah, 3x4, right? Yeah. So I'm going to cut this 3, but I want it a little bit bigger. All right. And then scraps. This is 4. I'm going to give it a teeny tiny border. There we go. but now I'm going to open this way. So I have to put this here. And I'm going to ink my edges. And that's going to go there. And then that is going to go like that. Now, the other paper that I saw in here that I want to use is this paper. For this panel. 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Okay, let's see if I can get it to stick, and then I'm just trying to debate, should I cut it and then stick it together? I think it might bend better. I think that's what I'm going to do. Yeah. I think that is going to be easier to put on here. Well, it would be smart if it was the right side. Equal space on the top and bottom, and I want to make sure that I line this up in the right spot. I want it to go butt up against it. There we go. Perfect. Ah, perfect. Well, almost perfect. Yeah, that's interesting. Okay. Then, so now it's going to go like this. And my Frankenstein will go here. Now I need to put something there. Which one? I think I like the stripe. I think I like the stripe that way. Okay. Some adhesive. This card is super quick. Let's see. I just love you have all of that over the edge. I'm gonna have to trim off. Trim it off. There we go. There. Clean edge. All right. Now we can put this together. Now, anything on the inside that I can put in here? I kind of like this, because then it kind of goes back to that, right? Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. This card maybe my quickest card that I've ever made. And I've made some quick ones. I've also made ones that took forever. I think I'm just going to put it there. I want to make sure it's going the right way. Okay. And then this, I can put white for my sentiment when I get there. And I know who I'm going to give it to. Alright, now, tricky part. How do I want this? Right about there. Alright. There's my card. Alright. Let's go over the parameters just to make sure, because I did this so quick. Ready? Zoy-Fold. Check. Craft Roulette. Orange and purple. Local school colors, which are black and orange. Black. And then up to date. To me, up to date is having a Halloween card ready to go before Halloween so that I'm ready to go. I'm up to date on having cards ready. All right, that was super quick. Here's a little... it looks like they had a ton of fun at Paperganza, or continuing to have fun. See you in my next crafty video. Bye! Thanks so much for watching. Have a crafty day.